Hello all, hello learners. Welcome to our next session of Metallurgy and GD&T. Linear measuring instruments will be discussing in our this session. Myself Rohit Bhaskar. So first topic related to our linear measurement is nothing but methods of measurement. So direct method of measurement is our first type. Second one is indirect measurement, absolute measurement. So direct measurement relates the simplest method of measurement in which the value of any quantity is to be measured is obtained directly without any sort of calculation. So what we can say, good example is a steel rule or simple calipers are there or micrometers are there which provides at the reading directly, which involves contact or non-contact type of inspection. So this comes under the category of direct method. Second one is indirect method. The value of quantity which is to be measured is obtained by measuring other quantities and then which are related to the required value. That means we can say a good example as again density calculation by measuring mass and volume. So for getting density we have to measure mass and volume. Next case is absolute method. Absolute method relates with the fundamental method and is based on the measurement of base quantities. So next is comparison method, in which we compare the dimensions, that is the quantities to be measured is compared with the known value as a same or a related quantity, that is dial indicators are there or other different types of comparators we can say. Next we have is substitution method. Substitution method is nothing but the quantity which is measured by direct comparison on an indicating device or by replacing the measurable quantity with another which produces the same effect on the indicating device. Next we have is coincidence method. So coincidence method is a very small difference between the value of quantity to be measured and reference. It is also called as a differential method of measurement. That means what we can say is we can use a slider or the indicator method. Next one we have a deflection method, in which we use a pointer for indication purposes. So we have a pressure gauge with a needle or a dial indicator. These are the following examples of a deflection method. Another classification of measuring instruments is based on, as first one we have based on function, based on accuracy and based on precision. So based on function we can say the linear measuring instrument, second one as angle measuring instrument or surface roughness measuring, or either what we can say is shape checking instruments. Now based on accuracy we have three classifications: most accurate, moderate accurate and the below accurate instruments. So these are the following three types of accuracy based instruments, and we have precision based instrument as well. We call them as precision measuring instruments or either non-precision measuring instrument. So further we have factors which are affecting the accuracy of a measuring instruments. Now what are the factors which will affect the accuracy of an instrument? We have first one as standards of calibration for setting accuracy, very most important. Then we have workpiece control during measurement. Then we have inherent characteristics of measuring instrument. Likewise we can say sensitivity is there, deflection is there, range is there. And next we have inspector, the human who is going to inspect. Next we have the required isolated environmental conditions, the surrounding. So following factors very much affect our measuring readings. So basic 7 quantities, everyone is aware about that, but timing we can just concentrate on this, that is length, mass, time, electric current, temperature, luminous intensity and amount of substances are the basic 7 types of fundamental, and 2 supplementary units as well. We have plane angle and solid angle. So their units and their symbolic representation. So following 7 quantities should be known to everyone, on which will be very much helpful in our further sessions. So timing you can concentrate on this. Then we have second type, other than basic units we have derived units which are derived from the base, that is area, volume, speed, acceleration, weight, force, pressure, etc. Now the Further classification which we have discussed earlier was precision measuring instruments. In that we have slip gauges, micrometers, vernier calipers, screw thread depth micrometers, vernier height gauge. So following instruments are called as precision. Why? Because this instrument have the ability to measure within an accuracy of plus or minus 0.02 mm. Please remember, within plus or minus 0.02 mm. So first instrument, that is linear instrument, is vernier caliper. So vernier caliper is a precise or precision measuring instrument which looks like this, which has two external jaws, we call it, to measure the external diameter. We have inside jaws to measure the internal diameter. We have the lock nut to set the dimension fixed. We have fine adjustment, that is fine movement, and then we have a depth bar and main scale and vernier scale, the most important thing. So timing, what you have to understand from this is the main scale, that is base scale. If we have a simple base scale, it will act as a steel rule, but if we combine with another scale called as vernier scale, we have more accurate instrument. So now how to take the readings related to vernier caliper we'll try to understand. But before understanding the so what we say reading, first you should know the least count of vernier caliper. So least count of vernier caliper is smallest division on main scale divided by total number of divisions on vernier scale. So time being, if we consider over here, this is the main scale, so 0 to 1 mm, 1 to 2 mm, 2 to 3. Likewise we have the increment of readings on the or graduations on the main scale. So smallest division on main scale will be 1, so divided by total number of divisions. So total number of divisions on any vernier, most probably or usually it is 50. So we have 50 divisions, so 1 divided by 50 will act as a 0.02 mm as a least count. So every vernier caliper relates with the same formula for calculation of a least count. Now the part of taking the reading, the most simplest and important part. Total reading, that is how to take the reading, is equal to, please remember this formula, main scale reading plus in bracket number of divisions coinciding into least count, or in other terms what we can say, main scale reading MSR plus number of division, that is vernier scale division we can say, which is coinciding perfectly, VSD into least count of that instrument. Now for understanding this formula, we example is shown over here. So 12 will be, this is the 0 of the vernier scale, the down scale is vernier scale, the top scale is the main scale. So down scale main reading will be MSR as 12 mm now. So plus now the number of division which is coinciding. Now observe 1 2 3, no one coincides, but if you observe this point, it exactly coincides with the top scale, that is main scale. So this division we should consider. So it is 5 6 7 8th number division. So 8 will be your vernier scale division into least count of that instrument. So obviously total reading will be in this form. So in this fashion we can go with the vernier scale, which will provide us the reading directly. Now next we have a vernier height gauge, which is most similar, which will look like this. Simply it also has a vernier scale and a main scale. Since it measures the height of any component which rests on a reference surface, we have a surface plate as a reference surface time being. So to measure the height of this component, simply measuring scriber or a jaw we call it will be placed on the top of the component. And how to take the reading, it will be similar to earlier vernier scale. So remember, vernier height gauge is another linear measuring instrument which measures the height of the components. Next we have a vernier depth gauge, which measures the bore depth, or we can say hole depth, which will be used. So important part for this will be again similar, fine adjustment, locking screw, vernier scale and this. So all the above instruments what we discussed today in this session is related with the vernier or precision measuring instrument and comes under the category of linear measure. So thank you for listening this session patiently. We will be moving with our next session. Thank you.